Hi and welcome to another video in my series of solutions to the 2013 Waec or WASSCE June exam. Here we have the 8th question, and it says 4 oranges sell for X naira and 3 mangoes sell for Y naira. Olu bought 24 oranges and 12 mangoes. How much did he pay in terms of X and Y? X and Y are variables, and in this question they've been used to represent unknown prices. X naira for 4 oranges, Y naira for 3 mangoes. Now, before I proceed to start solving the problem, I'm going to introduce you to an idea, a concept, a technique I actually still use to today handling these kind of problems. And I think you'll find that it makes life very easy. So I'll just start with this illustration. So imagine I tell you that 2 loaves of bread cost 500 naira. And I would like to know how much for 1 loaf. Actually, I wouldn't say 1. Let's say how much for 3 loaves and how much for 10 loaves. Given I've told you that 2 loaves cost 500 naira. So the technique involves representing the given information in sort of a fraction format. So you could say 2 loaves, watch how it looks like a fraction. I mean, it is a fraction, to be honest. 2 loaves per, that's how you read it, 2 loaves per 500 naira, or 500 naira per 2 loaves. I'm going to write loaves of bread. I'm going to start using LOB just as a notation. So watch out for that because it makes life easier. So what you do is, I'm going to use this technique. I'll tell you why. I'm going to use this version, not this. I'll tell you. You see why. 500 naira. So this is for A, which wants to know, which asks us to find how much it costs for 3 loaves of bread. Per 2 loaves of bread, I want to know how much it costs for 3 loaves of bread. And all you literally have to do is multiply this out. Multiply the numbers and like the units. So this is loaves of bread. You cancel out the loaves of bread and naira remains. And you just literally keep the naira sign because that's the only like unit that remains on this left hand side, and just multiply the numbers. So 500 divided by 2, or there times 3, or 500 times 3. I mean, let's do it this way. 500 times 3 over 2, which is 250 times, well, what did I say? 250 times 3, which is 750 naira. 750 naira. And that's the answer. I'll do the other one. Similarly, for 10 loaves of bread, because we're given that 500 naira gives us 2 loaves of bread. If I want 10 loaves of bread, all I have to do is multiply this by 10 loaves of bread and just cancel it out. So 2 here, 1, 2 here, 5. And then 5 times 5 is 25. I mean, 5 times 500 is 2,500. And you're just looking at a technique without understanding actually what went on. You can see that's simply just multiplying a fraction by another number, which is an easy thing to do. So what have we done? We've been given information that 500 naira gives us 2 loaves of bread. Okay, let's put it. 500 naira gives us 2 loaves of bread. In this case, I wanted to know how much for 3 loaves of bread. So I just multiply the given info by 3 loaves of bread, and I cancel out the units, and you just see that the only unit left is naira, and whatever you get will be in naira, and it will be the price of 3 loaves of bread in naira for this case, and for this case 10 loaves of bread in naira. The reason why I chose this version is because the naira term is in the numerator, and I know that when I multiply by 3 loaves of bread, which is what I want, only loaves of bread will cancel out and naira will remain. I mean, it'll take time for you to get used to this technique, but once you get it, it makes life so much easier. I'll do another example. Imagine one PlayStation 4 console goes for £400. And I want to know how much for 3 PlayStation 4 consoles. From the given information, one PlayStation 4 is £400. I'll just represent it as £400 per one PS4. And the reason why I put £400 on top and PS4 at the bottom is so that I have pounds at the numerator, so that whatever is left after I do my cancellation, which you'll see, will be pounds, because I know the PS4s will cancel because I'm doing 3 PS4s. When you multiply this out, you get the PS4s cancel, and when you have pounds left as the only unit, and 400 times 3 is 1,200. And well, that's how it works. So this technique I just showed you is going to be applied to the question. So using the technique I just illustrated, I'm going to solve the problem. So we've been given that 4 oranges go for X naira. X is an unknown variable. And we've also been given that 3 mangoes, if you see, 3 mangoes sell for Y naira. And we've been asked to find how much the boy paid in terms of X and Y, given that he bought 24 oranges and 12 mangoes. So we've been given the price of 4 oranges, we've been given the price of 3 mangoes. We need to know the price of 24 oranges, which he bought. We need to know the price of 12 mangoes, which he also bought, and add them up so we know how much he paid in total. Because I want to know the amount the boy paid, I want to know how much the price, the cost in naira. I'm going to represent the first information with regards to oranges. So let's say oranges, I think it was 24 oranges. Yes, 24 oranges. I'm going to represent it this way in that fraction notation, X naira for 4 oranges. But now I want to know how much for 24 oranges. So you just simply cancel oranges, because you treat oranges like you'd have treated numbers. You have the same number numerate as, kind of divide oranges by oranges. But yeah, I guess you get what I mean. Also 4 here 1, 4 here 6. So 24 oranges costs 6 X naira. As for mangoes, which was 3 mangoes for Y naira, for 12 mangoes, we do a similar thing. So the information was that 3 mangoes for Y naira. I want to know the naira value for 12 mangoes. So using the given information, I write that fraction, represent the information given as a fraction with the naira value on top. So it was Y naira for 3 mangoes. And I want to know how much for 12 mangoes. Cancel mangoes. 3 here 1, 3 here 4. Therefore, 12 mangoes cost 4 Y naira. So therefore, in total, he bought 24 oranges, he paid 6 X naira. He also bought 12 mangoes and paid 4 Y naira. Therefore, total amount he paid, total, is the 6 X naira for the oranges and the 4 Y naira for the mangoes. So in terms of X and Y, this is how much he paid. I can put it this way. And that is how you do it. So it's just a case of getting used to the technique I just showed you for representing information. And once you get it and you apply it to other problems, your life is going to be so much easier when you're dealing with these problems. Trust me. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, hit like, and spread the word, share what I'm doing on social media, and have a good day. Thanks.